Yes, the diabetic care was a major portion of the mediation agreement, but it also pertained to the failure to care for the health and well-being of our son as well. What was your concern for your son? Helen failed to care for his dental needs, resulting in multiple severe cavities that she failed to obtain treatment for approximately 5 months. She also frequently sends him to school without his glasses. And you believe that the mother has failed to abide by the mediation agreement that you both agreed to, which is why we are here today. Is this correct? Yes, it is. Very well, the mother, who is acting as her own representation, may call her first witness to testify and begin her questioning. Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I would like to call Adrienne Blank to the stand to testify and be questioned. Can you state your name for the court, please? My name is Adrienne Blank. I am the wife of Michael Blank. And how long have you and the father been married? We have been married just over 2 years. And have you been involved in supporting the father in the care of the medical health and conditions of the children, specifically daughters? Oh yes, of course. I have supported my husband and helped care for the children in every way possible. And what do you believe your role is in providing support for the father as he cares for the children, specifically daughter? If the father is home, I am there for support and to help in any way. But the way I see it, there is never going to be too many people who can love and care for the children. The more adults who can properly care for both children, the better. So you have also been involved in watching daughter's numbers and trends and staying on top of her diabetes. Oh yes, I absolutely do. It's important for all adults in her life to closely monitor her levels and trends. Would you say that her diabetes is difficult to control? No, not at all. She is not a difficult diabetic to manage, but she is currently labeled as uncontrolled. And you believe that this is due to her mother's care, is that correct? Yes, I do believe that. And when there is an issue with daughter's numbers, do you or her father react to that, or is it primarily her father? We are both watching it. If she is in a dangerous range, we don't check to see who's going to reach out if we aren't together. So we both will react and ensure she is safe. Now would you say that daughter's parents are diligent in documenting and tracking daughter's numbers and changing her equipment as needed? Her father and I are. Her mother and stepfather are not. And do you and her father make adjustments to daughter's treatment plan without consulting the doctor? Yes, we do, because the doctor has stated multiple times that we are able to make adjustments as needed without consulting them. So the mother is the only one that has stayed on the treatment plan as outlined by the doctor. The mother has never properly enacted the doctor's original treatment plan. She fails to document, give corrections, dose while in a safe range, or even change her equipment properly. Now, the doctor said that it is difficult managing a type 1 that is at her age. She will run high, she will run low. It just is how it is while she's growing. I'm sorry, was that a question or a statement? That was a question. Then no, absolutely not. The doctor informed us that while her numbers will fluctuate, it is vital to do our best and keep daughter within her recommended range. And yet they also said they do not expect perfection, which is why they want to see 70% in range, not 100%. Is there anything else you would like to add before we conclude our questioning? I would like the court to know how heartbreaking it is to hear a 6-year-old child look at you and say, "I don't feel sick today," when her blood sugar has been stable for a full 24 hours. And I would also like to say that it is unacceptable as a parent of a child with a serious disease to not do everything you can to keep your child healthy and safe. Thank you. You may be seated. Can you state your name for the court, please? Helen blank. And your address. 1230 for blank street. And do you receive any type of rental assistance? Yes, I do. Okay. Whose name is on the lease? My name and now my husband's name. And how many people live in the home? Myself, my husband, my 2 children with Michael, our newborn, and my husband's daughter. I have it listed that you also have a stepson. Yes, but he doesn't live with us. He comes over to spend time, but he lives with his mother. Does he spend the night? Yes, every other weekend. Then it is considered he resides with you as well. How old is he? He's 15. And how many bedrooms do you have? So you are having a 15-year-old boy share a bedroom with a 6-year-old girl. He spends the night when my older 2 are with their father. But there have been times where the children have remained with you during the father's weekends. So they must have shared a bedroom occasionally. Do you recall going to mediation on this date at blank law office? Yes. Do you recall the mediator handing you a signed copy of the mediation agreement at the conclusion of your session? It wasn't signed by the judge. Answer the question. That was not the question. Yes, I received that copy, but I never received a signed copy from the court. It went to my old attorney instead. Did you make any effort to obtain a signed copy after you had not received it in over a month? No, that wasn't my job to do. Ma'am, this is your opportunity to freely speak about the case and tell the courts your side and why you believe you should remain the primary custodian. Your Honor, with the type of insulin daughter is on, the only way to keep her in range is to stack her insulin, which is extremely dangerous. So yes, Michael and Adrienne are able to keep her in range, but it is due to a dangerous practice. At her age, the doctor is not concerned about highs. They are concerned about lows primarily. She does have a Dexcom and Omnipod, but those are not required to be on her at all times. She prefers when we go back to the old ways of pricking her finger, but her stepmother and father force her to use these at all times. The school aide, who we love, has seen how he uses her Dexcom and Omnipod to constantly track and harass her. The school aide has done nothing wrong. I have also had CPS called on me numerous times by Michael over this matter. If you look at the last page on the report, you will see that the caseworker clearly states that there is no imminent concern to daughter's health and safety. Your Honor, I would like to object to the inclusion of the evidence provided on the CPS reports. These reports are from last year and predate our current order. Let the record show that these reports will be removed from evidence. As you can see, I have had CPS falsely called on me numerous times due to daughter's diabetes. Ma'am, these reports predate your current order, and they are not to be included in today's proceedings. Please continue. I am always the one who goes to doctor's appointments. I actually texted Mr. Blank about a dentist appointment the children just had, and he didn't even care. I attend all appointments. He has attended a handful, and stepmom shows up sometimes. I am the only one who cares, and that's all I have to say. Ma'am, is it true that you do not consult with my client about medical or dental appointments, and instead schedule them when it is convenient for you without considering that my client works and has a 4-hour commute to get to said appointments? I let him know when I am able to. Is it true that either my client or his wife, who has power of attorney for medical decisions on his behalf, has attended every appointment regarding daughter's diabetes? His wife attends more than he does. But someone is always in attendance. Yes. Moving on. The Dexcom and Omnipod are both devices that allow for more precise readings, ability to track trends, and allow for the doctors to see. Correct, they are not medically necessary. So you would rather subject daughter to multiple finger sticks and testing throughout the day instead of her getting the most efficient and accurate readings. Those devices have both failed before. They aren't necessary. Are you attributing the highs that only occur in your household to a failure of those devices? Yes. There have been multiple times I have had to reboot the app or restart the phone before the reading would show. That would be a cause for a delay in information being processed, but not a reason the child would read at an inaccurate level. There have also been times that I have given her a finger stick and it's 20 points off from her device. So instead of her being at a 443, she could have been at a 423? I am looking at the data that was submitted regarding daughter's levels. Can you explain to me why the numbers are so vastly different in both households? Your Honor, it's very simple. Daughter is with her father and mother 2 days at a time. I am Monday through Friday. She is in school, eating school lunches, playing with her friends. She is allowed to be a child here, and that comes with fluctuating levels. So are you saying that she is not allowed to be a kid when she is with her father? When daughter was first diagnosed, the doctor very specifically told us that we needed to let her be a kid. Let her do what she wants. Let her eat what she wants. Just track and try to keep her in a good level. When she is with me, she is a child. Her father and stepmother over monitor and have turned her into a science experiment.